It's Easter, it's time. Are you ready? Welcome back to another Dirty Dinner Diaries. Right, when we think of Easter, what do we think of? Well, the Easter Bunny, we think of chocolate eggs, Hot Cross Buns. Let's stop at Hot Cross Buns. Now we're thinking, Hot Cross Buns, what can we do with a Hot Cross Bun that's interesting? Well, first off, we can bake Hot Cross Bun. I'm not very good at baking, but we'll see how we get on. So we're gonna take a Hot Cross Bun, we're not just gonna make a little one, we're gonna make a monstrosity Hot Cross Bun loaf. Then, we're gonna take that Hot Cross Bun loaf, we're gonna chop it in half, and we're gonna pack it and make it into a toasty Hot Cross Bun. So, we're gonna pack it with 3 cheeses, we're gonna smash some bacon in there, we're gonna put some chili jam in there, we're gonna get some maple syrup. So we're hitting on that sweet and savoury again to make a fully loaded Hot Cross Bun toasty. So today's Dirty Dinner Diary will be shot here in the workshop in our brand new Kessler kitchen, which is amazing. Now this is here for an exciting project we've got for this channel, so stay tuned for that. But for now, it's a bit unfinished, but it'll be perfect. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is make the Hot Cross Bun dough. Now, for that, we have some flour, butter, we've got some sultanas, we've got some raisins, we've got some glassy cherries, some mixed spice, we've got some ground cinnamon, some sugar, some milk. Let's get it made. So I don't have any scales. I don't have any scales. However, we need 425 grams of plain flour. That's 1.5 kg bag. So about a third of this is going to go into a bowl. And then we've also, I love eyeballing stuff. I mean, a bit more. And then we've also got 50 grams of butter here. And that will go in as well. And then all we're going to do is we're going to crumble it all up into a nice crummy crumb. Right, okay, if you look now, that is a lovely kind of breadcrumby texture. Time to pop in some yeast. Okay, so this yeast, I think it's like a fast-acting yeast. That's a 7-gram packet there. I'm just going to take that off and sprinkle the yeast over our flour and butter. Just give it a little mix in. Oh, it smells delicious already. Now then, right, so in here we have about 100 grams of currants, 50 grams of sultanas. We've got 50 grams of sugar. We've got half a teaspoon of cinnamon. We've got a teaspoon of mixed spice. We've got 50 grams of glacier cherries. They are going to go all into the mix. I'm going to give it a little stir. Tell you what, already this is smelling absolutely incredible. Oh. Yeah, so give that a good stir, make sure everything is mixed in. And then it's on to the final bit. You can put candied peel in there, but I ain't no big fan of it. So if you don't want it, don't put it in. Again, with the fruit really, you can put whatever you want in. I just prefer raisins and sultanas. So now that's all lovely mixed in. We add some milk. Okay, so this next bit is going to involve a bit of jiggery-pokery. So I've just realised that I don't have any measuring jugs here. That's going to be a bit of an issue. So what we need is 125 ml of boiling water and 125 ml of milk. We're going to mix those together and then we're going to add them to the mixture to make the dough. But if you ain't got no jag, how are you going to do it? So what I've realised is a third of a pint glass, nice little cheeky Shiny Brewery one, our local brewers, nice. A third of a pint glass is about 180 ml. So I'm going to eyeball it just below the CC sign here for about 125. I'm going to do that with the milk. I'm going to pour it, because you can't pour boiling water into a glass, it'll just smash, you see. So I'm going to then use the cup, you'll see. There'll be a bit of a decanter process, but we'll get there. So what we're aiming for is 125ml of boiling water and 125ml of milk in the same container. Let's go, with no jug. Ooh. There. Then we measure that in there. We eyeball it. We've got a line in there. We can put that to one side now. Now we know how much we need to fill up the boiling water up in the cup. Put that in there. Then we get the boiling water. Up to the same line. Bish, bash, bosh. And that should be just at room temperature, so that's perfect. Now we're going to slowly start to pour that into there. I'm going to whip another glove on for this, because this could get messy. So, slowly start to add the milk into here. We're going to go mix it up. What we're looking for is a big ball of dough, basically. So let's get all this in, nice and mixed up. Don't just go ahead and shove it all in, because you might have got your mixtures wrong. I mean, if you're measuring them, you probably won't have, but I might do. So what I'm doing is I'm just making sure I'm not just left with a big wet mess. Slowly start to add this in. We want basically like a big ball of dough that we're gonna then knead like it's bread. So keep going with this, a bit more. So I think I've got too much of that now, too much of that liquid. So we'll just get it all kneaded in. I think the idea of the boiling water is so we activate the yeast, I'm guessing. I mean, I suppose that's about right. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, disclaimer, like I said, not the best at baking in the world. Right, okay, let's get this out onto the worktop with a bit of flour, and we'll start to pummel it a bit. Right, so we've floured the worktop. Lovely worktop, this. And we're just gonna now keep folding this over, probably just with one hand for now, and knead it like bread. The recipe calls for about 10 minutes of this. So put your back into it, let's crack on. Okie dokie. Oh. So that's lovely now, nice and elasticy. That's what we need to get to. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop this in a bowl, we're gonna cover it, and then we're gonna let it proof. So we're gonna let it rise for about an hour in a nice warm place. Right, let's talk cheeses. So for this one, we're obviously gonna load a bunch of cheese into the middle of this amazing hot cross bun. So I've picked a lovely, mature, crumbly cheddar. I've picked, for its stringiness and its stringiness alone, and its taste, some mozzarella. And I've also got some Parmesan in there as well. 3 of the best cheeses ever, in my opinion. Right, we're in the workshop, the dingy workshop. Ooh. Because none of that stuff is plugged in yet, outside, all the fancy pants smeg stuff, we're going to use the heat treating oven. We need it to be at 200 degrees C, so it's not fan assisted, this little thing. But also get up to temperature now, and then we'll go upstairs and check the bread. Okay, while the oven's getting up to temperature, we need to think about the cross on a hot cross bun, hence why it's called a hot cross bun. So all we're going to do is we're going to mix equal parts of flour and water in a bowl, and then we're going to stick those in a bag. I mean, preferably like a professional piping bag, but we don't have one of those, so we're going to find a bag to put it in, snip the corner off, and that's what we're going to use to put the cross on top of the bun. I mean, I'm kind of thinking this needs to be the consistency of wallpaper paste or something similar. About that I reckon. That's gone in. We're gonna give it 30 minutes from now. We're gonna check it. We want it nice and golden. I have no idea what this is gonna do, baking bread in here. It wasn't as fluffy and risen as I'd like, so we might end up with a little burnt brick, but we're still gonna eat it and it's still gonna be yummy. So let's just see. 30 minutes in there, bosh. Right. Oh, it smells good. It smells good in there. Let's have a quick look to see what this is looking like. It's been in for just over half an hour now, so I don't know how this is going to cope with it. We'll have a look, see where we're at, and we'll go from there. I mean, you can't grumble too much at that. That was all right. I'm going to give it a bit more. It looked still a bit bouncy in the middle. We'll give it. Oh, it smells really good. We'll give it another 10 minutes, I think, and then we'll bring it out, we'll check it properly, and then see where we go. Okay, it's out. I've pulled it. I mean, that's not too bad, is it? I mean, that's not so bad. So, we'll go and get it out now, let it cool down a little bit, and then we'll chop into it and see what it's like in the middle. It looks all right on the outside, but who knows? It's not as puffy as I would have liked. However, doesn't matter. I did say I wasn't the best at this. So we're just gonna get on with it. We're gonna chop it. We're gonna fill it full of loads of stuff. And then we're gonna stick it back on there for a toastie. And I'm sure it'll be lovely. Let's see. All the cheese in the world just makes everything yummy. Right, we'll get on with it. Check this out. Okay, I had to do a little rush then to get that out because obviously it's pizza oven and it cooks dead quick. However, oh yes. Right, let's just do a little dashing of the old sauce. Let's have a look at that, shall we? Bit of maple syrup, organic of course. I'm just going to pop a little bit of that on there. Okay, it is time for the big reveal. It's an interesting one, I can tell you that, folks. We're going to slice into it and let's have a quick gander. Oh yeah. So, here we have it, guys. It is the big filthy, oh, it's going everywhere. Hot cross bun. Bacon, cheese, maple syrup, jalapeno jam, all the stuff. Oh, that's working for me. Another successful bake. Happy Easter. Happy cheesy Easter at that. This is the extra large toasted, what is it again? Toasted hot cross bun. The extra large toasted hot cross bun with cheese, bacon, jalapenos. I'm sweating, it's freaking warm. Happy Easter, see you next time.